hair pulling, beating on the butt and moaning like anything, thrashing. I mean, that never happens. At which
Maybe
age have you watched porn?
when I was 19 or even 20, which
Even the puberty doesn't come. They start watching the porn.
Vikas.
Yep,
Nice to
Vikash.
meet you.
Nice to meet
I
you
like,
too.
well, what's going on in your life then, in your life today?
In life, it's nothing going good, but it's okay, okay. Like I've been working hard on the things, and yeah, like it's going smoother. I can say that.
Good, yeah, me too. Are you speaking English in your job or as a hobby? Or
Exactly, exactly. As a part time, I've been teaching kind of subject, and there I have to, I'm obliged to speak English, and even I love talking in English because English is something that I'm being so much fascinated of. I can say that.
wow.
Exactly, and that's the reason I'm learning English communication.
Great. Yes, I think Cambly is definitely the best.
Yeah,
Well,
and these days, especially,
option.
I'm using Clubhouse. Do you know? Are you
Oh, no,
acquainted?
no, I never heard of it. What's that?
I mean, okay, so it's a Clubhouse application app which you will be able to find on Play Store. All right, and today it's very popular. Like a lot of people are coming there, and especially the entrepreneurs, the businessmen who are influencers, you can say, like who are having 2, 3, 4 million followers on social sites. They are coming and discussing about the things. So if you are having your own points of thought, you can come up, you can speak in front of them, and it needs gut to speak in front of them. You should be having command in speaking skills, especially, and that's the reason I am learning it.
Right. Yeah, that's so good. I mean, I have to look into that Clubhouse thing. Even just general speaking about unprofessional subjects or, you know, motivating
and
each other.
and especially on that application, well, you're not acquainted with that. Let me tell you, actually, in that application, the people are very creative. They would always come with the different topics, with the different kind of things that you can relate with the real things. And you have to give something in a very innovative way, the replies, the answer that you have to give. And I believe that's the reason
Yeah,
communication is very must, actually, because from morning to night, what you do and how do you express yourself, how do you carry yourself, that is only represented with your communication. So it's a very indispensable task to perform and to learn the art of communication, I believe.
yes. Wow. Yeah, you're a very good speaker. Yes. I think, of course, the way people perceive you, it's all part of the impression people get from you and how they judge you, even though we don't like to admit that we judge others on the way they
Exactly.
act. But I think that's normal. So,
Definitely. So,
yeah.
well, ma'am, I do have a topic. Would you like to go with that? If that's comfortable,
Yes,
if
please.
not, then we can move forward with other topics. So the
No,
topic is
please.
quite interesting, and I don't know how to say, but it's Pornhub. Like
All
about
right.
what I'm gonna do is that I would pop some question to you, and according to your own beliefs or thoughts, you could answer those questions. And even I am gonna give my own points of views
All
about
right,
it.
then. Yeah, I'm interested to hear.
That's amazing. I really wanted to hear the same answer that you said. Okay,
Okay.
so the first question is watching porn is good or bad? What do you think?
Uh, okay. Well, I think I didn't know the question was going to be straight away.
No, if you wanted to take
You
a
can have
sec,
different opinions on that.
but still, general opinion, what do you believe?
I think it's okay. Yes,
It's
I think it's
okay?
okay. But I know that, but I can hear. I've heard people's arguments really, really against it. I've heard people's arguments really for it. So I can really take. So I just go in the middle. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's acceptable, and that's
And
my
and
first
and
answer.
what do you say when it's not okay with your perception? Like as you said that I'm in the middle of that. So could you give me
I
any
just
reason of that? Any reason?
why it's okay or why it would not be okay.
Exactly.
Because I know that I totally agree that I know I hear some YouTube speakers say about how it's really bad for your mental health and your perception on sex, and just it's just generally not good for your mindset and things like this and your hormones. But then, which I would agree with, and I think is a reason to not do it. But then I also think that, you know, it's totally okay to, if you want to, I don't know what to say.
I just want please define this word okay. Like, from which sense are you saying it's okay to watch porn?
Like, I think that it's socially acceptable to watch porn, and that it's like a human thing.
It's a human thing.
Yes,
All right.
please. Maybe you can tell me what's your opinion.
That's a very complicated answer. I need to say that. All right.
Sorry.
It's definitely okay, ma'am. Actually, it's definitely okay. You know, watching porn is not a bad activity. It's definitely okay, but provided that you should be watching kind of those porns who are very gentle. You know, those sexual contents are, you can relate with the realistic life. Like in today's world, I believe if you watch, if you just search the sexual content on the Google, and what you going to encounter nothing but those porns, you know, you are just going to see only violence. Like, I mean, those things you can never connect with the real life. That's never happened actually.
Yeah, totally.
You know, making it more clear, I would say, you know, I have seen, so I know. Like hair pulling, you know, beating on the butt and moaning like anything, thrashing. I mean, that never happens. It's a kind of what is sex actually? It's a kind of affection that you are showing to your partner, yes or no? So by beating, I don't think that's the kind of any pleasure that the other partner would get.
Yeah, right. This is exactly the kind of thing that's bad for especially younger people to be seeing when they have had no experience in real life themselves. So yeah, absolutely agree with that.
Yeah. But, you know, we always tend to watch, like, especially human beings tend to watch with the negative kind of things. And especially, like, to be very honest, truthfully speaking, even I'm the one, like, sometime I have to just, you know, watch only kind of violence one.
You're curious. Okay.
I mean, not curious. These are something that we tend to do so. Like, we are being addicted of. You know, you cannot get that kind of enthusiasm, that resonating kind of energy from that gentle one, because you know, that's not very exciting or exhilarating.
Okay, I see.
Exactly. But when it comes to violence, you know, the hormones get speeded. It's like the hormones get circulated in a speedy way, and you just become so much addicted to it, and you start doing, and you know, you start watching, and that's a bad activity. That's very atrocious.
Right. That's when it becomes addictive or
unhealthy. In my country, you know, watching porn and talking about the porn is highly inappropriate. How about your country? Are you discussing with your family members or like?
No, absolutely not. I think it's something
Really?
you maybe talk to with your close friends. Even then, you know, if you're got a more conservative friend group, it's also a not okay topic. It depends on how open your friends are, but I think, yeah, with friends. For
I
girls,
see.
anyway.
And especially in India,
between boys and girls.
But I believe, like, you know, watching porn is characterized as a male activity. I don't know it is right or not, but this is something that I have felt or observed from my own surroundings. You know? So but how about girls or women? Because according to the data, according to the, you know, even today, I don't feel any shame by sharing this data actually. Like 99 or 95% people are watching porn, all people. No one speak. That's the reason India is very populated, you know. We have a great, exactly. We have a gigantic population here.
Yes, like for the space per.
But no one is going to discuss anything, you know. That's for sure.
Behind closed doors. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
and especially when I talk about the children, you know, even right now, especially is in this era after COVID-19, when like digital things has been adopted by everyone, it's very easy to access into kind of to watch sexual contents, and all the children are doing so. Like they are not being aware, they are not educated that much, they cannot control themselves. Still, like the young the people who are in the juvenile phase, something 25, 26, they understand about this bad and the good thing. They can differentiate it.
Yes.
But when it comes to children, I mean, there must be any kind of rules and regulations
Absolutely.
by the bureaucrats or by the governments, so that they couldn't access those kind of sexual content.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's like for parents now, how they can really stop that, or if they must get paranoid about what their child is watching, how easily they can be access it. Because I know that a lot of children who are bullied online, they can like keep that from their parents, and then if they end up self-harming or I don't know, going more extreme.
Exactly.
I sometimes read that the parent had no idea, and so it's just out of control. I don't know.
But in a nutshell,
as children, I'll deal with that.
I do understand, ma'am. I can feel you. But in a nutshell, I believe watching porn is a good activity. It's not harmful because, you can reduce the stress that you're having in your life. All right.
Yes.
As I already shared that some kind of happy hormones releases in your body, and you feel very lucky. It's a kind of self-love that you are showing to yourself,
Yeah,
masturbating
self-love.
while doing so, masturbation, it kind of things. It's very normal, and it's okay. But you shouldn't be, you shouldn't be doing over it, like overdoing it. Because
that's
when
the
you become
other-
addicted, I mean, the things get injected in your mind, and you start thinking in the negative way. And when you start being a negative person in kind of things, so the negative things start happening in your life. I mean,
can affect your day-to-day life, and that would be a downward spiral. But a healthy amount. I think it's fine. It's healthy.
okay.
And,
Can I ask one personal question, if you don't mind?
Yes.
At which
Maybe.
age have you watched porn?
Well, actually, maybe older than most people. When I was literally like 19 or even 20, which sounds, I think, is
20?
maybe older than yeah.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. You don't know, like hanging out with the friends, we come to know about this even at 12 years old, 11 years old, especially in this age. And I believe,
I believe nowadays it would be like 16 or younger. I know that's probably happening now.
Yeah, even the puberty doesn't come. They start watching the porn. I don't know why.
Their older cousin will show them, and then they will
Exactly.
Google it. Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not the reality, porn cannot take the real feelings, Porn is just a sex, actually. And when it comes to love is definitely completely different from
Totally
sex.
different. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So for the
Interesting
beginning time,
topic.
for the beginning time, it definitely is very fascinating. But when you over the days past, you will feel mundane about it. Just you will then feel regret why you are doing so. You are losing your energy and a lot of stuff. I mean,
yes.
okay, we have 10
Oh,
seconds.
thank you. So
Lovely talking to you.
interesting.